Hello everyone, welcome. Now, it's spectacular out there. I've been spending so much time with La Luna, and you guys were spending time here with me yesterday, with her and Venus. Venus is hanging out with La Luna. We're having a grand time, as well as we have some other planets in the mix. They're helping us to shapeshift right now. These energies are helping us to transform. Now, these planets are here. They're part of the Aquarius new moon reading. We've arrived, because yes, we've arrived. We've arrived to build with our light. Builders of the light. Builders of the golden ages. We have to create them. We know we're not just turning on the light and then it's light. We have to purge the darkness, be the bridge from the old to the new, create from the old to the new, build the foundation of the light after we purge this darkness. And we're transforming it as we go along. We're building new patterns as we go along, because we have to quit building these old patterns that we're creating with so that we don't get the same result that we have in the dark ages. We have to build with new patterns of the light that are connected to the divine, that are connected to the building of the golden ages, and what we came here to do. And that's part of our divine blueprints, our activations within. And they're activating from within to without through the moon challenge. And we know that, and we're being challenged because our pain is pushing us and pulling us to heal our pain, to transform with our pain. It's shedding light. It's shedding light. Oh, I'm hurting here. Oh, I've got this leftover here, this leftover that just doesn't feel good. It just doesn't feel good. And it's time to feel right. It's time to feel better. It's time to heal with the light. And our connections, and much of it has to do with authentic tune. It has to looking at everything for what it is. The dark right now and all of the dark that we are experiencing, and the light right now and all the light we are experiencing. And the creating to destroy and the destroying to create, to meld the two to get in the flow, to transform the darkness into the light. We're going to pull it in. We're going to pull the darkness into the light and transform it through the light, and then go back with the light, and we go dive back into the darkness. And that's why I like to really turn it sideways, because if you turn it sideways, you can look at it as like you're going up with the light, you're working up with the light, and then you're about to go down, you're about to go deep down, and you're going to pull in some of the darkness, you're pulling it in, but that's why you have to come back. You can't stay down there. You're going to pull back up and come back so we can transmute it up here. Now, planets. Mars. Fourth. Mars is the emperor. It shows us where we need to fight for something, where we need to take action. It's connected to our sexuality as well as aggression. And really that's what we're healing from. We're healing our sexual energy, our creative forces, where that's connected to the light, as well as we know that we're healing from aggression. Especially over time, the masculine energy has really been hurt by aggression, as well as the feminine, but more so the masculine. And we're healing from that, because that is a disconnect. It's a lower vibration. It creates conflict. Aggression actually creates wounds that we have to heal from. But we need to know where to take action. We need to know what to fight for. And that's right now connected to Neptune. Neptune is the Seven of Cups. It's sacrifice. And right now, we're seeing through our illusions. This is the great energy of mysteries and reveries. But if we get too lost in it, it's connected to addiction, toxicity, drunkenness, right? Codependency. we're really being shown our illusions, because that's where, you know, a lot of the times where we're creating, but we need to see what's real. We need to see what's real in order to manifest off of it. That's where we use the energy of the Seven of Cups to our advantage. Yes, we're lost in creation, but we're woke. We're the woke ninja. And we can add that positive charge at any time. And the positive charge is of clarity, it's of the truth, it's of the dark and the light. So this is where we're honest with thyself and we make that sacrifice. And when we're seeing through the illusion of what's in the cup, we don't feel shame. It just is what it is, because it's our truth. We are dark and light. We have both of them in us. But remember, we accept that, and that's how we transmute the dark into the light. Now, Neptune is connected to Uranus. I'm going to say Uranus from now on. Sounds better. And that's our genius. This is the Tower, the Great Awakener. This is where we're not emotional. This is that humanitarianism energy. This is connected to Aquarius. And how are we just going to use the truth, the light, our genius, our thoughts, and how are we going to use them to transform with? The Great Awakener. That's the energy of Uranus. And we have Pluto. Transformation. This is endings and beginnings. Death, birth, rebirth, sexuality, planet of extremes, planet of the underworld. We're really transforming from the dark to light here. And I love it's number 11. And Pluto is connected to Saturn. Saturn return age. And it takes approximately 29 years for Saturn to return from orbiting the sun. Now we've gained some maturity. And this is judgment. Pluto is the Six of Swords. So we're going from Pluto, I transform the Six of Swords, to Saturn, return, age, our maturity. We have some experience within our universe now. We have patterns that we've created with over time that we can actually look at in order to, you know, break it down to transform. And it's judgment time now. And that connects us to Jupiter return. And it takes 12 years for Jupiter to return. And this is connected to our benefits, our fortune increase, our 10 of Pentacles and our 10 of Cups. This is the Chariot. This is the coming together of the masculine, the feminine, and the moon. And we know the moon is hanging with Venus. And Venus is the brightest planet. So the light of the moon, La Luna, which moonlight is sunlight, the moon reflects the sun, is hanging with the brightest planet, Venus. Venus, love. Love is my religion, and I could die for that. Venus says to let love take care of it for now. Venus is the morning star and the brightest of the planets. It is this planet of beauty and balance that is named after the goddess of love and romance, who the planet rules. Venus co-rules the signs of Libra and Taurus, but the energies function differently in these signs. In Libra, Venus works best in the fields of beauty, social balance, and romantic love, while in Taurus, Venus stands for creature comforts and accumulating fineries. In both these signs, Venus is very partner-oriented. There is a great need to unite with one another when the Venus card appears. Now, As we know, these cards are all from the message from the new moon in Aquarius reading and cracking the code. And really what this is about is, the Libran energy, it searches for relating to one another with the ideals of the dark and the light, and how we balance them, how we harmonize them, our connections made there. As well as then, with Taurus, it's going to be more, how do we ground the creature comforts, food, the energy, where it's created in our bedroom where we make love. What, we're going to make the creature comforts there, the energies that help create that feeling of sensuality and love, and really, we get sheets that feel soft, scents that make us feel sensual and heighten the senses. Anything to enhance the connection of love, the feeling of love, the vibration of love. And even food does, enjoying our harvest. It's anything that, heightens the senses, and that really raises vibration. Now, the moon and Neptune and Venus and all these lovely other planets are helping us to really shapeshift and ground love. And really, it's the Six of Cups. They've shown me the Six of Cups. It's that pure, innocent connection between the child, the children, the masculine and feminine, and just that pure connection. It's so innocent, and it's love. And we just love, it's even how we can love a brother, how we can love a mother, how we can love a friend, how we can love our divine counterpart. It's just this pure, raw love that's innocent and part of us. Let's see what the moon has to say. Commitment. Well, partnerships are here. Commitment. Let's get one more card. Commitment. We got two. With challenge, and look at that. This card's from our last reading, Moon Challenge, directly connected to the message, to the masculine and feminine, and what we're doing there. Commitment. At the altar. Disseminating moon. Wanting in water. Fruit commitment. So this is connected to water. Coincidence? I think not. We're being activated to bear fruit through the water with our commitment. This is a time that denotes an emotional gain from developments that have occurred in the past. The crop is now harvested. It is time to reap the benefits within a relationship. This might indicate the birth of a child or any other fruitful development from a partnership. So we are going to harvest from our ending. That's what this is about. We're harvesting from our ending, so it will be connected to the next message. What are we harvesting? What's our commitment? Altar. This is from Virgo to Virgo, ruled by Mercury and Saturn. A severe-looking woman, her hair formed into black clouds, raises her hand, is in an attitude of despair. Before her is a magical altar displaying objects that represent the four elements: fire, earth, air, and water. Around her wrists are also, behind her, are small pink clouds. So she has air around her wrists and behind her. And the air is small pink clouds. In the orderly and precise sign of Virgo, the conjunction of Mercury and Saturn indicates a conventional outlook. They signify that the status quo is to be maintained at all costs. Saturn indicates concern about what others think. This old, respectable planet lends a serious and pessimistic bias to positive mercurial thought. The altar represents thinking that has become ritual and a habit. Although the atmosphere of this mansion is negative, the small pink clouds indicate that there is a positive potential and hope to be gained from the currently gloomy situation. You simply have not noticed it yet. It also indicates that you are being forced to behave in a way that others expect. And we're shifting away from that. That's what this air energy is here to say. It's to say we're not. The full moon in Leo is going to push us to be our true self and remove the mask from the public domain as we would. Let me re-say that. We're going to remove our masks from our private domain and wear them still within the public. We're becoming closer to thyself. And it's part of our transformation. There's something happening here, though. You know what, guys? I have to do this. Where I have to speak to the moon. What is happening here? Picture. Now, we got this in our last reading. So now 2 cards from our last reading. These are the 2 cards from our last reading. Well, this was from the previous reading, but was in our last reading, and this is the card we received from our last reading. So we're filling ourselves back up. We're being emptied to fill ourselves back up. We are the pitcher. What the frick? And there's wedding. I swear, when spirit starts running through me, I don't even know what my body's just reacting. And that is why. You know what, guys? We're coming together. It's actually happening. We're ending our separateness. Dual is here. We're ending this. Mars is forcing us to. And we're coming together. Masculines and feminine that I've been working with in the collective, they're making the moves. They're shifting towards coming together. Masculines even in the collective are shifting towards coming together. Masculines I've been working with, masculines have reached out and I've been in touch with me, have been shifting towards love and shifting towards the light and what feels right, as well as, you know, the feminine who's been creating through the darkness to the light. This card is from Capricorn to Capricorn, ruled by Saturn and Venus. So there's our connection right there. A man and a woman, both with fair hair and dressed in orange, stand together on a stone plinth within an arched doorway. Facing outwards, they clasp hands at the front door, while linking arms at the back. Growing plants intertwine the carved arch on either side of them. This is all connected to good luck. Capricorn and its ruling planet Saturn signify authority and the traditional way of doing things. The planet Venus, I just love it, is concerned with the acquisition of possessions, including your own talents and prestige. This combination of planets produces a strong desire to be accepted and respected by the community at large. This moon mansion represents the idea of doing the right thing according to social dictates. It's metaphorically doing the socially accepted thing. And we're not doing that anymore. We're breaking free from this. We're not keeping up appearances. And that's, you know, the direct message is, this is where we're shifting things for New Earth. We're not living in that illusion. We are what we are, what we are. We're walking universes connected to the light. We transmute the dark with the light. And that's what's going to pull us together. And let's just see. Let's see how we're getting pulled together. Remember, the closer we get to our truth, the closer we get to love, the closer we get to authentic tune, the closer we get to our divine counterpart. All right. We got the 10 of Pentacles already, but let's lay these cards out. Let's see if we... There it is, right there. And there's the 6 of Cups. It's all on point. So what is going down? Right here. Mars is forcing us to no longer to conceal our light, to reveal it. And to reveal our connections with the divine. To ourselves. Reflecting through us. This is our new patterning. It's activated. We've ascended here. There you can see us within here. We have connected body, mind, soul, masculine, feminine, child. We have the earth, us, and the heavens. It's all coming together. And we are in the center of it. We are one. And we are building with the dodecahedron. And that is the shape that created the constellations, the stars. This is so divine, what we're being forced to reveal. This is our light. Like, it can't get any more freaking divine than this. This is so beautiful. And I'm really starting to see clearly now myself how beautiful this gift of this activation is. It's really go time in transforming. You know, this is really out with the old and where you've been, and in with the new, where you're going. And Neptune here was sacrifice. It is connecting us to the Princess of Swords and our creative flow. And look at that flow between the earth and the heavens, the stars, and us. And look at that sort of clarity. Look at our truth. It's a part of us. And look at our chakra flow. We are so lit in creation patterning there. That's new patterning. We are seeing through our illusions. And here with Uranus, genius. Well, we know it's our 10 of Cups. It's fulfillment. We're destroying in order to create. We're destroying karmic patterning, self nodes, wounding, darkness. What's gotta go? Stagnant. Our sorrows, our pain. And we're activating the 10 of Cups where we want to go. And this is the North Node. This is our life's purpose. This is our quest. This is New Earth. And it's connected to our truth. Our truth. Our literal tree of truth. The Kabbalah. And here Pluto is ending worry. It's ending the worry of the disconnection. That's why we're transforming. We need the Lord of the Underworld to help us with this transformation. To have an ending, to have a new beginning. Because here with Saturn return in our age, we have the experience now. We have the King of Swords. We are analytical here. This is our divine blueprint patterning activated. We have that sword. We're going forth. We're going forth of our truth, of our light. And it's in order to receive our benefits. Jupiter return. The 10 of Pentacles, our legacy, what we came here to create. New Earth. We have the 10 of Pentacles. We have the 10 of Cups. We have our fortune increase. And it all happened on the path of the moon, where we made the connections, we made the activations. We're being pushed and pulled in order to activate our natural gifts. We're walking the path of the moon. There's the inner child, but we're here. And there, I love this card. There's so much symbolism within this card of what is really happening here in order to create this space. And what we're doing here is, this is where we're going. The connection, joy, happiness. This is why we're revealing our light to begin with. This is what we're being forced to do, to connect with joy and happiness and innocence. Let that inner child free and create with wonder. And I really love, we've done chakra healing right here. That flower is there to symbolize. And the energy we share between each other through the kundalini. And we're healing through that. You know, the energy, it's the same. The caduceus and the staff of Hermes. Our transformations. And we're going to get more. We're going to have a reading dedicated to the caduceus. Now, let's see. What's being activated? What's our message here? What's the Master of Crystals and the Ace of Chalices? And there it is. There is the vision they showed me before I sat down. And this is through what we're grounding. This is through how we're grounding the work we're doing here. This is mission work. And there's the 10 of crystals. We know that's the 10 of pentacles. Oh, well, let me get that right. We know that's the 10 of pentacles. We're going to need strength. We're going to need strength for this transformation. We know that. All right, let's get our messages. The Master of Crystals is the ultimate male authority. Much about a figure of authority in the Quarant's life, as it is about that aspect within oneself, an inner strength and knowledge of the crystal energy. He has achieved mastery of his own process, overcoming the ego self and reaching pure consciousness of the field of influence, his kingdom that he has mastered. Mastery also implies the yin and yang harmony in spirit. He is aware of the gentility of love, the unconditional depth of those waters, and can reach into the feminine aspect of his being to exalt the energies of himself in the chalices, emotions, and all other suits. And now we have the chalices next. From the hands of the Lady of the Lake emerges not Excalibur, Arthur's sword, but a chalice. Is it the Holy Grail? Like a fountain, the waters of the chalice flow back into the lake, a scene of joy and abundance. Depicted in the waters are small water crystals, reminding us that all water holds memory of its perfected form, as taught through the wonderful work of Dr. Masaru Emoto. Messages from water, and we all know that. You know, if you're mean to your water, it creates mean patterns. If you're nice to it, it's nice. You know, we can bless our water. And that's how we have to be nice to ourselves. So we're happy. We got to really be nice to ourselves so we're happy, nice to everyone else. We're ending aggression. The Ace of Chalices is about something quite extraordinary, opening in the emotions. A new relationship is often forecast with the arrival of this key. Whatever that relationship may be, it holds a blessing from the sacred chalice. Love with the highest and purest intention, and you will be in flow of its beauty. What are you falling in love with? Are you ready for a new relationship in your life? What new blessing are you receiving as you yield to the new possibilities of the heart? So we're being blessed. We have to remember too, like, this is not a codependent love. This is like you are happy that your counterpart is investing in themselves, in self-discovery, but in a healthy way. And their connection to the divine, and their connection to the light, and their connection to love and everything else and everyone in the community. You understand that that makes them thrive, and that's part of the relationship. This isn't like that codependent sickness where it's like that person has to be everything to you and everything to them, and you're their universe and they're their universe, and nothing else, like that's so, it's so possessive. We're not possessing. This is free because it's expansive, and we need to restore flow. These twin flame relationships restore flow. Many times I've asked myself the question, why is this happening to me? Because I've wanted to stay in the relationship with my karmic, and I watch the heavens move heaven and earth so that me and my divine counterpart can make it back to one another. And I truly believe that's because in searching for the answer to the question, as I've meditated on it so many times, the answer I've received is to restore flow. These relationships restore flow, and they teach us something. And yes, all endings are sad. These karmic, it's like very sad for these karmic endings for all of us, but they're part of the transformation. They're part of the change. They're part of saying goodbye to the old, to usher in the new. But it's in divine timing. And we understand that. We understand that this is in divine timing. And even if it takes forever in a day, that's okay, because we're part of each other. You can't lose the yang to your yin and the yin to your yang. You can't. They're one, and we're all one, and we're doing other things. We're busy mastering ourselves, and all these other connections we recognize are equal. The connection with our children is just as equal, with our mother, with the teacher, maybe with whoever in our soul tribe member, whoever in our life that we have these relationships that are just feeding us and raising us up so we can continue to expand, but we're connected. Now, let's get the Six of Chalices. Starseed remembers the innocence with which he or she decided to leap into the current experience of life here on the earth. From the longing of the Four of Chalices and the grieving of the Five, the seeker does indeed shift focus back to celebration of the innocence and trust of the decisions made at the soul level. Like children of the stars, we leaped into this world to learn, to grow, and to give. This beautiful key is about remembering that innocence, that total surrender and trusting that which is unfolding is what you came to know and experience. From your stellar self to your earthly being, with this key you recognize that you are a child of the universe, and you feel the harmony with yourself and with others who are sharing your path. And that's just it. We feel the harmony. We're there. We're not worrying of our lack of. We're not worrying of what we don't have. And what I really love is that we just trust that it's what we came here to experience is the unfolding. We just trust in it, and we give ourselves the time in order to have the experience to manifest with the Fibonacci sequence, the spiral. We're not rushing that spiral. That spiral's natural. We're natural. That's why we have to connect to our natural gifts right now. That's why the moon is activating our natural gifts and talents, because we're being put into service, we're being put into play, we're being put into new places in order to create new patterns, in order to see what we need to see, in order to expand where we need to expand, in order to allow change and to thrive off change and to learn to love to the thriving off the change, the feeding off of it, in order to create more momentum, in order to expand at a greater capacity. Now, where we can meditate. How are you being childlike and innocent in your relationships with others and the world around you? Do you recognize your own angelic light? And do you see the purity in others? Are you open to giving and receiving without fear of being hurt or rejected? Are you in the moment of your life? And this is living in the moment, because we know we're living in joy. We've healed from lust. We've healed from the devil energies. We're living in joy and happiness, in the pureness of connection. I want to thank you guys for joining me here. Much love and healing vibes sent your way to create with today. This is incredible. Thank you, Venus. Thank you for coming here to show us how to create love. That moon looks like a banana. Hello, Venus.